sports. It's in the game.
So give me out 'cause I'm on fire. I can give it about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. I don't know no better, I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro, I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on him. Yeah, more action than no talk, I went quiet on him. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on him.
I don't be with me so basic. Boy, you the op and your bros hating. All of them fake, I see both faces. Scared of the whip, it's a ghost racing. I knock them down to their cold cases. Marathon run, I'ma slow pace it. They did not want me to go places. Foil plans like the go place. And if we pulling up with the whole squad, are you ready? Done told y'all that you better be running. I'm in my go yard. When I walk in, I know y'all telling me nothing. I'm the man. Suck it if y'all in denial. I get the chip on them and I bust out the south side. Is that big of the guy? Boy, yo, stop it, quiet. If it's snow, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, shining. White diamonds, Miley Cyrus. Private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, stylish. Masterpiece, body, done. Hey,
I don't know no better, I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro, I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on him. Yeah, more action than no talk, I went quiet on him. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on him.
hey, couple of bands up in my pocket. I don't want pause to get wild nonsense. We got momentum, don't try to stop it. Diamonds are clearer than my conscience. I don't let bygones be bygones. That's when I'm honest. Penthouse building reach heaven's heights. Now that's what you call a God complex. Remember the days I was down low when it was out cold, but I went out and got it. Look at my milestones, man, it feel like the Dow Jones when you look at my pocket. Look at the flex, whipping the Teslas. I'm a mess, but it's all a finesse. Boy, yo, stop it, quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, shining. White diamonds, Miley Cyrus. Private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, stylish. Masterpiece, body, done. Hey,
I don't know no better, I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy.
Tonight, it's Madden NFL football. Super Bowl 56. Graham Gano set to kick off.
After all the hype, it's finally time for football as we're underway in Super Bowl 56. Brandon Ayuk returning it. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On second down now, it's Taylor. And this is going to be a Colts first down as the tackle made at about the 38.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Jackson flush to his right. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Play action. Now Jackson. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already in the field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 20-yard line.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
They go play action with Jackson. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Yannick Ngakoue gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. Jackson from the shotgun. Open man is Ayuk, complete. Well, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. They'll run here with Taylor. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard.
Again, it'll be Taylor. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They'll look to run with Taylor. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
They had 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And that is going to be incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. They'll run for the first time here with Matt Breida. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on 1st down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Here's Watson. Man, it's Ross, complete. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. Not much there, only a yard. You look at this Super Bowl, the 2nd appearance for this head coach. The first one did not go as planned, as we all know, but what do you think he's learned from that first go-around?
He learned how much it hurts to lose, and that's what you hear from coaches so often. They don't remember the wins as much as they remember the losses. You can talk about the media, the scrutiny, the hoopla, but once you've had to shake a head coach's hand and jog off the field and know you have to face the media, face your fans, face your home life, knowing that you've lost the Super Bowl, that hurts big time, and you're going to do everything possible to try and prevent that from happening again.
And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 29-yard line.
A quick throw now complete to Ross. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27.
Made the quick throw there outside the numbers, and you can feel the thought process. They just wanted to get in his hands and let him make a play. But how about the job they did defensively to keep him bottled up? Instead, they tackle him for a loss.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Let's take over 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down.
And 10.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And he's going to take this close to the 1st down marker as he's stopped at the Eagles' 33. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Open man, it's Rager. He's got it. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a 1st down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. A chance for the first score of this Super Bowl. Here's 1st and goal. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and goal.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. From the gun, Jackson. And my goodness, this is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this Eagle defense stands tall down near the goal line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves, maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Quick throw completed by Watson, and he'll be out of downs up past the 10-yard line.
Complete to Darius Slayton. That's a gain of 3.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
4-yard line.
Play action. It's Jackson. Smith catches left side. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A good pickup there at 22. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. 4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 31-yard line.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. The final shot before the break. Watson eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. So these two teams will head to the locker room as we hit halftime in Super Bowl 56. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And maybe time for this offense to really hit the reset button. They were shut out in the first half, but still, they're right in this game.
They certainly are. What I like about it,
He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 35. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Gain of 9. Brings up 2nd.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
that's good tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Out of the gun, Watson. And he'll go underneath here to Breida. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far in this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
At the 1-yard line.
They'll try to run with Breida. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Eagles have taken the lead.
Eagles.
On that sideline, they're saying that was more like it. The first down run went backwards, that time into the end zone.
And I like their little bit of courage in play calling, too. Because after an unsuccessful run, especially one where you lose yardage, you oftentimes go right to throwing the football. They came right back with a running play, and it paid off handsomely.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
They're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 26. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. First and 10, Taylor now. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Now this one was running back out of the backfield. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards there, first down.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
On first down, Taylor. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. A gain of 3, second down.
At the 8-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second and 7.
Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either Phillip.
And it is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonnu Smith there to make the grab. And the Colts are going to jump back in front.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
And McGinnis with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
It seized the lead there for a little bit with a starting drive in the third quarter, but a moment ago the touchdown that puts them back behind.
So their defense is under siege a little bit right now because they have not able to solve their opponents. So they try to keep hammering away on offense and try and win this one in what appears to be a shootout.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
3-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Watson. And that will be incomplete.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
Here's Andy Lee now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taking on the midfield logo. Pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go play action now. Jackson. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And some room to work. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Now it's Jackson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The Colts on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Jackson flushed out right. That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. And they're going to go for this. Just 1 for 3 so far on 4th down tries. They're trying again. From the gun, Jackson flush to his right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Throwing again is Watson. Complete to Breida.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 12 yards there and a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On first down, here's Breida. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Escaping the pressure right. They'll get this into the hands of Breida. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts 21. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And he's got some space here. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Matt Breida, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Eagles have retaken the lead. And that makes it 14-10.
Makes the score Eagles 14.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Here's Ayuk on the return. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Jackson to throw. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
And 12 at the 30-yard line.
They go play action with Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. Looking for Ayuk, and he's got him. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll look to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Ayuk. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
Gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
On second down, it's Taylor. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Play action. Now Jackson. Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to take off with it. They'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Brings up second and 2 at the 15-yard line.
Only needing 2 yards on second down.
Jackson on the move to his left. And it's caught. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Back to throw. Caught by Diggs. He is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for 26 and a first down.
27-yard line.
Watson now to throw. Flushed out right. And toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. They run with Breida. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Now it's Watson. Flush to his right. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown.